Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we're back in the Brock Bourbon Bar and we are going to dive into some, I guess they're, wait, is one whiskey and one's Canadian Rye whiskey. What's the other one?
Colorado whiskey.
Who the hell knows?
With
so,
rye.
So then it's just a high rye bourbon then.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Or does it say whiskey? Because if that's the
It
case,
says
it might be
Colorado.
rye.
Welcome back to Burrow.
I don't know. He took it away from me too fast. I couldn't see.
That's because he's reading
Well, I don't
fundamental.
care.
Welcome back to Bourbon Barrel
You might
Talk,
wanna-
where we don't know what we're drinking.
I mean,
we're just drinking.
It is
All right,
actually
anyway.
Colorado whiskey finished with aspen stave wood.
So
or wood
it might
steaks,
be
yeah.
a rye whiskey then.
That's fine.
Because I think he
Whatever.
would call it bourbon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Didn't all the bourbon ones from 291 say bourbon?
I thought so. Yeah.
Okay.
They just have bourbon, so this
Yeah.
is just a whiskey.
So this is a whiskey, so it's rye.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough. So we're having two different rye whiskeys. One's from 291. The other one is from...
It's Old Bones rye whiskey.
Old
It is
Bones.
a 15-year reserve.
15 rears. Man, I'd get me in that party.
That's a train.
It's actually 18.
Technically,
That's a
though,
train.
it is actually aged 18 years. That's almost a 19-year.
Yeah.
It was.
It's legal.
It's legal. It comes in at a lovely 120 proof, and I'm excited.
We can tell.
I'm super excited. And then the other one we have, it's from 291. It's the 12-year anniversary Barrel Select.
So the question, is it 12 years old?
I don't know. It just said 12-year anniversary.
We're going to have to call Mike or text Mike and
Yeah.
find
Probably
out some
their-
more
yeah.
details on that bad boy.
Probably the 12-year anniversary
Yeah.
of them opening or something.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
I mean, that makes sense that it's
Yeah.
the anniversary from when they opened. The question is
How old is it?
The juice whenever
Exactly.
they distilled it.
yeah.
Hey, you know.
I don't know if it says anything.
Man.
about
It's
that.
dark. It's got some great color.
What's
Yes,
on the
it does.
side there?
Barbara's about to hit the
It's,
mic stand.
no, I'm not.
She says, "Don't tempt me."
Hold my beer.
For real.
I'm gonna nose this thing.
Okay,
'cause I'm
so
excited.
on the side that Jared is so eloquently determined to get to, it has its batch number, which is 230911, and it is number 80 of 401.
But what's that other number?
Which number? You dumb
There's no number. I'm just messing with you.
dude.
Ow! That hurt. Ow! That hurt again.
Careful, now I'll get you where it really hurts.
No. My wife would
All
like
right.
to have another child at some point in time.
At some point,
Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
I do like the nose on this Canadian Rye.
It smells like a good, just traditional kind of sweet rye whiskey. Like
Where are you
There-
getting
Get more
sweet?
spice.
There's definitely some
not like
spice
super
there.
sweet. I said sweet. It's not super.
I
You're
mean,
weird with
there
sweet.
is some sweetness to it. Correct.
There's a mild, but it really is. It's high. It's high rye.
It's really nice baking spices.
Absolutely. Nutmeg, cardamom,
A little bit of
Smells
clove.
clove. Yep, clove. Tiny bit of cinnamon.
Are you two related or married or like
Married,
what's going on
yes,
here?
but
Yeah.
we
This
all
is my
knew
first
this at this
time here.
point.
I've never met you all. You
no,
know.
whatever.
So I definitely am picking up a little bit of that cinnamon baking spice, especially like on the very very tip of my nose.
Yeah,
It's funny. It's almost like it smells almost like that aspeny like 291 type thing, you know, when you
because it's got kind of like that dusty
yeah
type.
yeah that must be it might be the Canadian thing, like it's because it's
Yeah.
in the Pacific Northwest or wherever.
Get a
True,
little-
that's plausible.
Is there like a bright fruit in there? I'm sorry. I'm
On the
apparently I'm
nose?
just stuck in yeah.
On the nose.
Am I just stupid? There's
Do
something.
you need
in
to
there.
reset it?
I think so, or something. I wanted
I'm getting
to.
a ton of spice and some sweetness, but all the
Yeah.
sweetness is like that, those sugar notes like caramel.
Am I
stuff like
sniffing
that.
the right one?
Oh God.
Well, we don't know if you
Yeah, you are, but
Okay.
I'm not getting what you're getting.
Okay.
pull number one, going in deep. I will say the color on this thing, for it being as old as it is, I thought it would be a richer color.
You know what the interesting thing is, at least for my initial pull, it almost, the note, excuse me.
God.
Yeah, no, it's something, it's phlegm. But the nose very much reflects the palate.
Palate.
I'm getting a lot of similar
Yep.
both on the nose
Yeah.
and on the palate.
Yeah, definitely some baking spice, got some sweetness. Those baking spices though are very prevalent, especially like right on the front to mid palate.
Yeah, right in that middle.
Yeah, there's nothing much on the back end, but it lingers in the mouthfeel, kind of like more around the tongue and the side
Yeah,
of the
this-
cheeks. You don't get
this
much on the roof of the
sides.
mouth.
It does not finish like 120 proof, but
no.
up front it hits like that 105 to 110 range.
Yep.
This is like cuddle up with like I don't really read a whole lot, but it was like cuddle up with a good book and
We
just
know
like
this.
We can tell.
me.
But I mean, this is a good winter, fall winter drink.
That's what I was trying to get at, but Scott made me sound stupid.
He didn't make you.
I was like, you don't need help with that one.
Well,
About to say,
depending on the day, yes, especially after a couple drinks.
not in the least bit do I need to help you look or sound stupid.
Absolutely.
I'm in my feelings journal now, Scott.
I mean, you probably should be. Oh, my God.
But really, if you really think about it, how many bourbons, ryes, or things you've tasted recently really translate that you get the same things on the nose that you get on the palate?
Oh, 100%. I agree
They're
with you.
not super common for sure. I think you get some things that are there, and then you get some things that are just next door, right? Like, oh, I'm smelling this, and this, and then you're still tasting this and this,
but you get other things.
you get
as well.
that and that.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly.
Now, third pull in, I get like a little quick hit, front to mid. It's like a quick hitter floral, and then it just goes away.
Quick hit of floral.
Where'd you get it at? Mid palate?
Beginning mid, it almost.
I kind of agree with. I think
almost-
that's what I got.
And it's there just for like what you'd say 2 shakes of lamb's tail. It's really quick.
What? You said that so quick for me to
2
even
shakes of a lamb's tail.
You never heard that
No.
before?
Oh Lord.
Again, born in '96. The rest of you all
Quicker
were
than
born
Jared on prom night. Is that
on what?
on prom night?
What were you originally gonna say?
Porn night.
Damn.
Same difference. Real
Right?
quick. Super fast.
This is like me the other day. You just beaker in my ears right now. Me, 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 me.
I don't know, but
I'm already in number 2. I just
Scott
keep.
and I are both into it.
Yeah. Got to
I
refresh.
don't know. I was kind of enjoying
It's
one.
crazy.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
One's good, but I mean,
Mine-
2's got a crazy nose.
Well, I mean, yes, but one was just
Oh,
for the least rye fan on here. I just was,
good
was
point.
enjoying it.
Nothing wrong with 1.
No,
Nothing at all.
Oh,
Perfectly
absolutely
good
not.
pour it. But
That
number
sucker's
2's got a
amazing.
nose.
I don't get as much of the aspen staves as I usually do with a 291 out of this one. It's a lot more subtle.
You say that, but there's definitely like that
There's a
cedar, piney.
Yeah, there's
like,
something, but it's
scent
not
that's
quite
there,
that.
But it's sweet.
Exactly. It's not
It-
quite what I
It's
anticipated.
a sweet wood plum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get a plum in there. I don't know why.
This
Yeah.
is
It's,
I don't know
it's
about
dark
plum,
red
but-
fruit.
it's like when you drink the PX Sherry Huber's finished barrels. I get the kind of along the same lines, the
Okay.
same kind of note. Not like this exact same, but
No, this is
Right,
nose.
no.
And the color
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is crazy dark.
So are the legs. They're incredible. They're not moving.
Yeah, they're not.
oh my god, they literally
You-
are
you
not.
usually get lines after about 2 to 3 seconds, and there are no lines.
They're
It's
not
just
going
coated.
anywhere.
It's like a spider web.
Yeah.
Like when they come off the lines, they come off in every little direction.
Every direction.
Let's take a piece of wood, put this in molasses, and see which one moves faster.
Right?
Wow.
Because right now, I don't know. This is gonna have a dogfight.
So it's definitely got the flavor profile of your typical 291, but there's an extra sweetness that's
Yeah.
coming through.
God almighty, what on earth?
And we go back to that, like what we were just talking about. Like, not often do you get this flavor on your nose or this scent on
Right.
your nose and then taste it, right? So, like for this, we were talking like those dark fruits. Like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
almost like a citrus on the
Yeah.
palate.
God almighty.
Whoa!
That finish was like
You just Keanu Reeves it.
that. Like finish was like I don't even know what that was. It was there and gone in an instant. I don't even know what
Yeah.
it was.
It's
It was
very.
a
I
weird-
mean,
The flavor I got is. I'm just talking about this one whatever note it was. I
Yeah.
don't even know what it was.
Maybe similar to like a clementine, where it's kind of a little bit more of a fleshy, orangey.
I mean, I'm struggling. I'm
I
not
am
gonna
too.
lie.
I'm like,
I'm about to say, I'm still getting a red fruit with this citrus.
I'm going back in multiple pulls here. Let me
yeah,
go
I'm
back
gonna
in.
have to go
There's
again.
a coffee note. Like
No,
I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to. It's not a strong note, but I'm just saying it's kind of subtle.
so for me, I'm getting it, and I have not taken a second sip, and it's been probably 30 seconds since I took the finish since I swallowed the first one. That sounds weird. And if you just kind of Kentucky chew a little bit, you get it right there in the mid to back palate.
I'm about to say, there's that leftover linger because I mean, you get that little bit of the mouthfeel, the tingle, that still kind of permeates for a little while
Yeah.
afterwards.
That's where I'm getting it.
So
it's a little different than the
I'm not getting anything that dark though. Like you're talking plum. Like for me, like it's like I'm getting citrus. But to me, there's almost like a briskness to that ready fruit, almost like a strawberry or a raspberry or something like that.
I don't want to say that it's sour.
Yeah,
but it's almost like a ruby red grapefruit.
Yeah, there's some tartness to it for sure.
There's a tiny bit of tartness, but very, very faint.
Yeah, which is why I said clementine I wasn't getting quite off the bat.
I don't know.
It reminds me a little bit of a blood orange.
Yes, thank you.
Like that blood orange-esque type.
Thank you.
Sweetness and citrus. Like
it's almost like it's that blood orange with just a drop or two of the ruby red grapefruit.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of a
See, I don't get any of what you're talking about.
You're not getting any citrus or any of that?
See, mine's all dark. Like all I get is dark.
So I'm getting what you said with the coffee. You could also probably play it off as like being like a semi-sweet chocolate.
Yeah, I lean more towards a chocolate cacao.
See, but I don't even get anything that sweet though.
But a cacao is actually more bitter.
Yeah, like dark chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate to me is very I don't know, man. This is definitely a unique pour for sure.
It's like it's wild.
Don't know that I even want to add water to these.
I know I have. Oh God Almighty! Somebody shoot me!
I enjoy this too much, especially after my last adventure with adding water to things.
I think the water reasons is...
I may regret this, but...
I'm curious to see how much more the rye pops, or if it does, or if this actually does the opposite effect.
That's what I'm wondering, too.
Fine.
Twist your arm.
I'm only adding 1 drop, though, to this 291, because I don't have much left. I'm adding 1 drop to both of them. Y'all got a lot more.
Now, I will say, dude, the sweetness on that nose on the first one after a drop, dude, it went crazy.
Yeah, the sweetness went up.
Way
up.
Oh, my God.
Probably
creamy. This is like that sweet cream, kind of like from the...
Yeah.
I'm about to say, what you were experiencing earlier, I think, brought out that sweetness on that first one. Because you said we weren't really getting much sweet. It was mostly spice. But this brings it out a little bit more.
I'm validated.
No, we just changed it.
Yeah, it just changed it.
So I will say with the water just completely changes the whole vibe of this thing. It's much sweeter. It's much more floral. There's a touch of like weird mint, not necessarily
there's
bad,
something weird.
But it's definitely different with the water. I don't dislike it. It's just it's a totally different pour.
Would you almost say sage kind of aftertaste, like lingering in your mouth?
Yeah. Almost like a exactly. Almost like those
like a fresh sage leaf.
Yeah, not even as much that. Like if you take like dressing.
Yeah.
From like Thanksgiving dinner, like dressing.
Like
because dressing has sage, it has basil, it has other ingredients in like those in like your mama's dressing or stuffing.
No,
but the real stuff,
like real dressing, like mix everything all together.
Hey, don't knock no stovetop stuffing. It's
that's the one that I prefer because all the other ones have too many chunks of onions and peppers that I don't like. So, and that's a personal thing.
All right, I'm going to the second one with the.
I need to live with her, Nick. Huh? No, I'm sorry. I thought I was off mic.
No.
He thought he had muted.
No. I am well aware of the fact that it is a struggle with my texture food issues.
Dude. That's why I'm happy when people come over.
Nick's a saint.
I know. Somebody has to do it.
I've got the weirdest palate tonight. I swear to God.
All right.
Because it's like the first one was like almost like berries and cream or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And this one?
I haven't gone to the...
You are slow.
Can I not be slow? Damn. I mean, shit. I'm like a
You've never been slow at anything before, so why are you doing
right?
Listen, everything involving my penis, yes, is very quick, but everything involving my everything else is slow. We'll say it. I'll say it right now.
Wow.
So quick question. Who's tried number 2, the 291 with the drop of water?
I've only nosed it.
I've tried it. It's definitely a little odd. Something's off.
It's almost if you've ever had the Christmas like the cinnamon crackle.
Oh, Red Hots.
Or cinnamon Red Hots, kind of like that, kind of a little bit of that aftertaste.
The after, like it's almost like the artificial cinnamon.
Yes.
Aftertaste.
Yes.
I can kind of get behind that a little.
Yeah.
Because
A
it's
little.
not true cinnamon. It's like the artificial cinnamon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna diss you completely on that one.
Spicy cinnamon.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, but it's not real cinnamon.
Yeah, I call it spicy cinnamon because
You're weird.
yeah, pretty much.
So I'm going to move just one segment over from what
Okay.
you're saying.
He's gonna go adjacent.
I'm trying to
surprised
avoid
you knew
using
that
that
word.
word since you said it so much.
Somebody break out a thesaurus.
Take like Red Hots and like put it into like a glass of water or something else, and then drink the water. It's almost like a watered down cinnamony like sweetness to it.
So are you
Okay.
talking about the old school Zimas whenever you actually want to add flavor to it?
I never actually did that. I must have to say I never
Is it
put
like
anything.
Fireball with a rock in it?
It would be a lot of rocks because there's not.
Yeah, it'd be a way too.
It would basically, you would be having like a glass full of ice. You would probably pour an ounce of Fireball
if
in it.
that.
Yeah, let it sit.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
let
drink
it sit.
and then
drink it, yeah.
right, exactly, yeah.
Fireball's not really sweet, but I was just thinking you said cinnamony and watered down, so then
Yeah.
I thought of Fireball.
Yeah, no, I didn't hate the description, but you would have had to water it down quite a bit. Yeah,
Quite a bit, yeah.
100%. I don't know. Definitely both unique in their own right.
Yeah,
Had very similar noses up front without water.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. These were really good, perfect.
They were great pairing together.
Great pairing
100%.
together.
Yeah.
I was struggling there for a little bit,
Babs.
wondering if it was it, but it turned out really good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying both of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Both of them are incredible.
All right, we got to pick a winner.
Alrighty,
Oh, a winner? Shit.
my bottles. I go last.
Numero 1, Bad Bones or Bones, Big Bones.
Old Bones Rye Whiskey.
Big Bone Lick State Park, Rye, whatever you want to call it. You know,
Old
there's actually a
Bones.
Big Bone State Lick.
Yes.
Big Bone, yeah.
What?
Big Lick.
Big Bone Lick State
Steak
Park.
Yeah, Big Bone Lick Steak Park.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's also a Nullbone, Indiana.
It's
Yes,
right.
there
It's
is.
right next to Cincinnati. It's next to. It's next to
We
Florence,
need
y'all.
to move on.
Anyway, so you have.
There's also
I
a
didn't
Big
even
Blue
know.
Lick.
big. Yeah,
Yes.
there is. So Big Bones 291. What do you got, Jared?
Old Bones.
Oh, Bones. My bad.
Egg bones, dick bones, lick bones. What bones? Shit. If I'm touching bones, I better be. I guess I can't say dead.
Shush.
You'd be touching yourself.
There you go.
I don't know, man. They're both so different. I think I'm gonna go with the 291 though, because it's just such a unique, fun pour. But the Old Bones is still just as delicious, both without water. Even though I did like that strawberry cream note I was getting
Yeah.
on with the water on the Old Bones, but
Yeah.
Probably the
I
291.
definitely agree. They both should be neat. Barbara,
I already told you that my
She wants to go
bottle's
last.
my last.
Oh, so you going last?
I'm going
All right.
last.
your bottle's your last.
All right, Nicholas.
None of us
what do
can
you,
talk.
What do you got, Nicholas?
It's very difficult because the one side of things and the other. So honestly,
All right, Barbara, hurry up, dog.
I'm gonna go with. I'm actually
Thank
gonna go
you.
weirdly enough. As much as I like the 291, I'm gonna go with the Big Bone.
You're going with the Big Bone?
Old Bones.
Old Bones,
It's all right. Wishful thinking, right?
lick bones.
Big
Anyways.
Bone Lick,
Whatever.
Old Bone State Park.
We'll say Canadian Rye, the
Yeah.
number one. it really and truly, it's a 50-50 toss up. I could go both ways.
I'm 100% with you. Like you could flip a coin. One day I would take the Canadian over the 291. The other day I would take the 291 over the Canadian. Today there is something about the fact that like when I did try them both neat, I did kind of like that like strawberry like creamsicle like weird like thing that was going on with the Old Bones. So I think I'm gonna go Old Bones 291 like you, Nick. Barbara,
291 Old Bones.
I figured that's the way you were going to fall. There's just something about the spice on that 291 that's super, super delicious.
Yep.
It's got great texture to it.
Yes.
It's got a fantastic chew.
That being said, both of them would be 100% neat for me. And I'm totally with you, though. It could easily depend on my day. Today, it just happens to be that 291, but there are some days that Old Bones is just going to hit perfect.
This is so much more like obviously the 291s come very different because it's got the aspen wood, but this
Yeah.
is so just very traditional rye whiskey that it's gonna.
Well, I mean, it's traditional. It's traditional that it's a very like baking spice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
give
I
you
was
that.
talking about just like palate wise
Okay.
and whatnot.
but it's
Everybody's
got
gonna love
everything
it.
a traditional rye though.
Yes.
It's got spice. It's got that nice floral note. It's got it's got all those things that you
And it
typically
meshes
get
so
from
well.
Irish.
It's just perfectly
Yeah,
meshed.
100%. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, well, I think that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel Talk. If you want to find us, you can find us on Facebook, the Instagram, or the X. Make sure you email your questions to bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. Also, hit the subscribe button.
Share the podcast.
Yeah, share it.
share it.
Thanks.
Tell your
Absolutely.
friends about it.
Share and care.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about
your
it.
parents
Share
about
it.
it.
Tag one of us in there.
Yeah.
Barbara Brock, Nick Brock, Jared Ostrader,
They're not
Scott
going to be able to
Minton.
spell Ostrader, buddy. They're going to spell with an A. They're gonna fuck it up. I'm telling you.
Very true.
They'll fuck up Shank because they don't know
Yeah,
how
that,
to spell.
they will
They're
definitely
gonna
mess up Shank. But
Yeah.
Ostrader, OS, and then,
Everybody thinks it's an A, dog.
then
I'm
Trader.
telling you. Everybody.
OS and Trader.
OS Trader. I mean,
It's
go
not
right
hard.
ahead. Somebody's gonna forget though.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
ASS. ASSHOLE. Asshole.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel Talk. We greatly appreciate it. Share, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. This is Scott, Jared, and the Brock signing off. Peace.
Prost.
Deuces.
Peace out.